Bonjour, this is our review of the Le Passé composé. This is on pages 6 and 7 of your packets. The passé composé in French has two parts. The first part is your helping verb. Usually that's the verb avoir, but in a few cases that can be the verb être. And the second part is the past participle. Do not forget both parts. A lot of people tend to remember the past participle but forget the helping verb, so do not forget your helping verb. Past participles are formed with the following rules. If you have an ER verb, you replace that ER with an E with an accent. So for instance, parler would become parler with an E with an accent aigu. For IR verbs, the IR changes to an I. So finir, to finish, would become fini, finished. And for RE verbs, that changes to a U for past participles. So vendre, to sell, would become vendu, sold. There are some verbs with irregular past participles, and here are some of the more common ones. Avoir, the past participle is eu. Boire, bu. Connaître, connu. Dire, dit. Écrire, écrit. Être, été. Faire, fait. Lire, lu. Mettre, mis. Pouvoir, pu. Prendre, pris. Savoir, su. Venir, venu. Vivre, vécu. Voir, vu. And vouloir, voulu. So here are some examples of uses of the passé composé with avoir and with être. Remember, most verbs use avoir, only a few of them use être. So there's some examples of how those are formed. Pause the video if you want to write those down. The passé composé of most verbs is formed with avoir. So 99% of all verbs you have avoir. Either j'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. So one of those. The passé composé of 17 verbs of motion is formed with être. So those are here on that house. You have naître, devenir, mourir, tomber, descendre, rester, monter, all those. So one way to remember that is by using this house, the house of être, to demonstrate motion. Another way is using the mnemonic device Dr. Mrs. Vandertramp, which is posted in the room. You have a little poster here. It is missing the second P, which is passé. Passé again means to pass, and that one is used as well. Sometimes it uses avoir if you're talking about spending time. When you use être, the past participle has to agree with the subject in number and gender. Only when you're using être, never when you use avoir. So only for these special verbs do you do this. So let's do an example with people going to Paris. Aller is one of those verbs that uses être. So Paul est allé à Paris. Paul went to Paris. Aller, you don't need anything extra on there because the subject is masculine and singular. Marie est allée à Paris. You need an extra E because Marie is feminine and singular. Mes frères sont allés à Paris. Allés needs an S because my brothers, mes frères, is masculine and plural. And mes sœurs sont allées à Paris. Allés needs an extra ES because sœur is feminine and plural. Only again do this with être as your helping verb, never with avoir. The passé composé of reflexive verbs is formed with être. Remember using me, te, ce, nous, vous, or ce in front of your verb makes it reflexive. So anything like washing your hands, bathing, getting dressed, all that stuff that was reflexive uses être instead of avoir as your helping verb. So for example, if you want to say today, I'm washing myself. Aujourd'hui, je me lave. But yesterday, I bathed also. Hier, je me suis lavé. So you put your être between the reflexive pronoun and the past participle. And since we're using être, you do need to make your past participle agree. All right, so there's a quick review of the passé composé with être and avoir.